Okay, so I was just upstairs, and I was making my coffee, minding my own business. Oh, God damn it. Two things. One is, same time, let's put it this way, as Yauch Dechen, 718-522-6508, January 7th, 2021 at 1:38 p.m. YAUCHDECHEN. Here's the phone number. Comes in on Linda's phone line, her landline, which is 718-423-0186. I was in the dining room with 1975 Tiafrio, Anthony Tiafrio, 1975, right? And my 2012 My Edition, which I call, at this point, I'm switching over to Henri, but he's a miniature, like little, I mean, he's small. He's only, I think he's going to be 9 next week, age 9. But he looks just like us in genetic carbon copy machine that's not Tiafrio. And so Tiafrio's sitting there, and he's like, 75, and he's trying to do homework with Nooch, and Nooch is like, it's about the magic tree house, and there's Jack and Anne, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm trying to listen, and I'm watching how he plays off of the broken antenna system, because 1975 is broken. It was broken before I got here, and everything in my impact zone is designed universally as a speaker system in a thematic of everything's broken. THEMEATIC, and I even said it to Henri. I said, listen, because they were talking about character and an impression, and the baby was like, I don't understand, what's an impression? So I waited for Tiafrio to come up with something, and it was like, whatever he came up with was like, whoa, not even close. So I said, here, I waited, I was patient. I said, give me your hand. So I squeezed, I said, let's shake hands. I said, feel me squeezing you? He says, yes. I said, that's an impression. I'm pressing upon you physically some sensation, and it's invoking inside of you some form of an emotion. So when they say the character, when you read the character on paper, what impression does it place on your person to give you some sense of feeling? So, I mean, I used to have a problem with this because I'm like, on paper, nothing really gives me much of an impression. I mean, I got real stuff to do in physicality to get fixed, but whatever. So, enough about me. So anyway, so Nucci was like, oh, he's like, okay. So then that at least redirected him into like a rut route that was a little bit like, because these are not like deep tracks of thought pattern and thought process. Besides the fact he's got, what's his name, who should by this point of, he's like 40, I don't know, 6, 7, nobody gives a shit, right? He should have like being able to do this simple process down pat, but yet his wire connections, like a trolley that has to hit like the electric pole, right, in order to fucking move, right? Yeah, his electric's not hitting the right plug in the atmosphere. It's like, and it's like looking for, searching. Nothing's there. Yeah, I fucking noticed. And so with the baby, it was like, okay, so you got, right. I was like, all right, so that impression made something. He understood that. And then I'm just like, all right, so now, I just lost my thought pattern. So, right, I got side railed. Right. And so then Anthony just kept talking. I'm like, hey, Tourette's. I'm like, shh, quiet. And then he's like, I don't want to be belittled by you. I'm like, is that what your thought pattern's saying? Because Right. I had said to the baby, I said, ghost thematic. I was like, because it's the me in a tick of time. I mean, that's how you spell it. That's what it means. When it's him and I, anyway. 2012 and my 1978. So then there was another one that I said, intelligence. Anthony was like, why don't you just say he's intelligent? I was like, well, intelligence means that you are speaking something that's worth some, like you're speaking something that's like adding to something else, like you're adding a godly something to the mix of whatever's going on at the moment. And he's like, and I'm like, it says it right in the word. I was like, here, I'll spell it for you. It's in, and then it's tell, Tell, which has the EL of God inside the tell. And then it's got the IG, the Inspector General. And then it's got ENT, the energy, what did I say? It's the Inspector General of the Energy. Oh, I had it before. Now I lost it again. Of the is it energy? It's not energy nation because there's not a whole lot of us. But it has to go with the interconnectedness. Oh, the network. It's like the energy network. And for this particular, for the train of thought that keeps getting like sideswiped or thrown, like somebody's pushing a button and like the thought's coming down and all of a sudden like all the letters go ding 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 and just disappear. And they were like that's what it feels like anyway. So I'm like the IG, right? So the Inspector General of the energy network. Well, it could also be like, right, the ether, neural, whatever, of the telekinesis and the telephony around the echo chamber, inside the echo chamber or ecosphere around the human anatomy. But I mean, like, why go so far in with someone like a primate like Diafrio 1975? It's like he can't even help the kid make one essay. It was so painful sitting there, and I'm like, I'm like, okay, how am I going to be? Because, right, at some point, this is going to be in a diagnostic lab of, like, how can we judge Nicole? And, like, write some fucking piece of shit paper about her. And, like, right, about how, like, she's so smart. Yeah, what was that, like, in the, like, 1850s? Like, because now it's like, my kid's smarter than she is. I hear she belittles men. There's two of us in the whole fucking world.